it's cool. Like, remember when my mom saw it? She's like, man, this was the first thing I saw when I was flying into America from Spain. I'm like, man, that's awesome.
Do you think she's hot? Not your mom, but Lady Liberty. Like, would you date her if she was a real person?
Um,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nomads No Worries. My name is Steve. This is my co-host Jack, and today we're going to be talking about one of our favorite topics, which is one-star reviews on TripAdvisor. But
man,
first, what's up, Jack?
nothing, man. Just hanging out. I would love to help some of these people who had a bad time figure out their shit.
I know. I almost feel bad for them, but some of these reviews, I think they come from within. It's not the problem with the restaurant or the place that they're reviewing. It might be, they might have some childhood trauma they haven't addressed. I don't know what's wrong with some of these people, but we'll get into it.
Steve, what I want to know is, before we do this, I want to know, this is a personal question for you. Okay, I'm asking in front of all of our listeners.
Okay.
I want to know, how good of a time do you need to have to post a positive review on TripAdvisor? Like, how much fun do you think you would need to have to be like, look, I'm going to post a 5-star? Like, we've all had great experiences. We've had great tours. We've done great stuff. But like, what do you have to get out of it to like post a positive review?
The only time I've ever posted on TripAdvisor or given a review is when the host or the tour guide, whoever it is, asks me to do it, right? For whatever reason that might be. And I'll still only do it if I had a really good experience. Like if they ask me and they're like, hey, this would really help me out. I think I talked about on this pod one time, my tour guide in Amsterdam said that like whichever guide got the most 5-star reviews, they would give him a free ticket to the race car thing that you've been to. F1. So I was like, yeah, this guy's awesome and I want him to go to F1. So I'm going to leave him a review. But if it's just like, nice, wow, okay, what are the odds?
Pretty high, because I only have like 3 shirts. So,
so other than that, like I would never on my own accord go on TripAdvisor except to find funny reviews like I did for this podcast. And I certainly would not leave a review. I wouldn't go out of my way to do that. How would you answer that question, Jack?
well, I got a side thing in response first, is that you can always tell how experienced a tour guide is by how well they like pitch the I need to get a review or I need to get a tip part.
Yes.
Like the people who are really good at it, like you can tell like they're pros, like they know exactly how to ask. They move all barriers to do it, right? Like sometimes it's like you get the rookies with the TripAdvisor and like they don't have Wi-Fi and you're in the jungle and you don't know the website and it's like, dude, there's no way I'm giving you a review, you know? But then like sometimes I've had it where like they're giving me like a business card with like a QR code and you just scan the QR code, bam, done, you know? And I'm like, okay, this guy's like a real pro.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're seamless about it. They're not awkward about asking. Like they come up with like a funny or clever way to ask you for it, something like that doesn't make you feel like you're doing a task.
And Steve, you're a sales guy. You got to appreciate that. Like that's how salesmen work.
Absolutely. You got to close. Always be closing.
If you don't close, you wasted all that time. You just literally did free labor.
Yeah, you're just an opener. No one likes an opener.
Yeah, this isn't North Korea here. We're capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
no offense to North Korea, but they're not watching this anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed on the internet. Jack, my question for you is, why is your hair wet? Did you just shower or are you sweaty? Were you so nervous about this podcast that you're got all sweaty? What's going on?
No, I just showered. I'm kind of doing, I know it's kind of a weird day to do it, but I did a little bit of laundry and showered and shaved. So I just kind of had a couple, like an hour or so to hang out. So I straight up just shower vibes. I did a little bit of biking today, so I was a little bit sweatier than usual. I biked to a cafe to work, so.
Dude, I've gotten really into biking recently. Here in Quebec City, they have North America's first, maybe only all electric bike share. You know, every city has like their city bikes or whatever, but in Quebec, they're all electric, like no fucking around. Like I remember certain cities, it's like you get lucky, like one of the 12 bikes might be electric. No, they're all electric here. So I got the unlimited pass. I've just been ripping those around. They got really nice bike trails here. And I'm going to do it this weekend when I go like further up into the province. So pretty pumped.
Wow, in the province. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, I literally was on a city bike. I think I've talked to you about this. I love city bike. And you are right. Most of them are manual hand crank, but they have a couple electric. But to be honest, I've never tried the city bike electric. I don't exactly know how it works. Sounds kind of like a boomer thing, but
Jack, you are really
yeah.
good at the manual hand crank. You have a lot of practice with that, so
Yeah, I've done a lot of cranking, spent a lot of alone time doing that since a young kid, honestly.
yeah, you've perfected the craft of cranking. So I'm
Yeah,
proud
I
of
can
you.
even make it last like a really long time if I want to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll share some of those tips maybe offline, and you can tell me about that later.
Yeah,
That
no
sounds
problem.
awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, let's dive in. So TripAdvisor reviews. We've done like Airbnb ones. We've also shit on TripAdvisor a good amount and how stupid we think it is on this podcast and previous episodes. So we want to have a little bit of fun with TripAdvisor today, looking at some classic 1-star reviews. We'll let our audience decide if you think these people were in the right, if these reviews were warranted. But we'll just, we'll take turns maybe reading some of these off, and we'll give our takes.
Now, I think our first, my loyalty is to the reviewer, not the company. I'm a man of the people, so I'm gonna probably try my best to side with the reviewers as best as I can.
I respect you a lot for that, Jack. Innocent until proven guilty kind of vibe, right?
Yeah, exactly. Care until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Karen until proven otherwise. Okay, let's get to the first one. I'll start us off.
Okay.
This was at a serpentarium, which sounds like a place I would not like to go because I don't like serpents.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Why isn't it called like a zoo? I don't get it.
This is all serpents. If it was all elephants, it'd be an elephantarium, right?
Right, okay.
So this person is from Wilmington, North Carolina. This is their 1-star review. First of all, the subject of this review is crocodile got out of glass enclosure.
Oh my God.
Horrible experience.
I will be freaking out.
I know. So you're already siding with the reviewer on this one. Let's see how it goes.
Crap.
The attendant opened the door on a crocodile enclosure and the crocodile got out. Our 18-month-old grandson was trampled from the people running away from the croc. Another lady was knocked down and knees all banged up. The attendant's excuse was that the door to the enclosure broke when he opened it. I am in disbelief that 1, the museum did not announce that they were opening the croc cage, and 2, that the museum stayed open after stating that the door broke. Never again will I attend or recommend this so-called museum.
Wow. Okay. That sounds incredibly unsafe. I think that they have every right to leave a 1-star review for this. An 18-month-old getting trampled, does that mean like death? I mean, does an 18-month-old survive anything? What does that mean? Like,
I think if the 18-month-old died, this would go beyond TripAdvisor reviews. This would go to the courts. I mean, they would hopefully be suing over something like that.
I just don't see how an 18-month-old can survive even one step. I mean, you from an adult, we're talking about like a little baby, right? Like, actually, I'm not a father, so I don't like.
No, I think you're 1.5, so that's like pretty baby vibes.
Can you walk?
So that's why no, you can't even fucking walk. So also, why was your 18-month on the ground? So that's where it's like, okay, some of this could have been a little fabricated. Like if your 18-month truly got trampled by a stampede of people, like it would have for sure died. So that part, I'm like, I don't know about all that. That might have been
And where's the motherly instinct here? I mean, if something happens, I feel like you're supposed to grab the baby. That should be step one, grab the baby. Like there isn't
Yep.
like step one is not turn around and start running, it's grab the baby.
Yeah, it's kind of like when that kid got in Harambe's enclosure, the gorilla, and they ended up
Oh,
shooting and killing Harambe.
all
But people
right.
were like, well, the mom should have been watching the kid better, shouldn't have let the kid in the enclosure, which is true. But once the kid was down there, like, fuck, sorry,
Did the kid
Harambe.
survive? I don't actually remember.
The kid did survive because they shot the gorilla.
Okay, so is that okay? I mean, I don't want to like bring up old news here, but like that does seem like I'm glad we saved the kid, right? Like, are we like why were people
It's
you know?
definitely the right thing to do, but some people were
Yeah,
like, oh, the gorilla wasn't hurting him. Although the gorilla was dragging him around for a while and shit. But at one point they're like, no, look, he's protecting the child here. But it's like, dude, it's a fucking gorilla. Who knows what it could give him like a high five and accidentally kill the kid, even if he was just playing around.
yeah, that is crazy. So is the kid got to be like 10 by now? I mean, we need to get him on the pod for an interview.
Let's do that. That's next steps. We'll follow up on that.
I wonder if he's ever been walking around and seen one of those like Save Harambe shirts, and he's like, "Damn, you guys are assholes," Like I could have died. Like,
Yeah, he's like anti Harambe. He has his own clothing line, t-shirt line that's like fuck Harambe.
yeah, like what if it's like a crazy turn of events? He now like works in Kenya and he's like a, conservationist. He's like, I gotta save these gorillas. Like one already died because of me because I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah. So he has to give back now.
Yeah. What's our theory here? I'm gonna go with there's probably like what you said, an element of exaggeration here.
I would say exaggerated, but yeah, I would actually side with the reviewer on this one. You shouldn't let animals with giant teeth and giant jaws out on the loose when there's pedestrians around.
Now, Steve, I know we both done the whole croc thing with the scuba, and I was
Yeah.
scared.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I can only imagine these people. I can see a trample situation in terms of just like everyone panicking, but yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
sketch. Yeah.
I would have panicked. Yeah, I mean those things are dinosaurs. They're very scary.
It's kind of a reverse Uno situation. All of a sudden you're kind of in a cage and the animal's looking at you, so to
True.
speak.
Tables have turned.
Shit, maybe we should abolish zoos. I wonder how they feel about that now,
A reverse zoo. Just get all the people in the middle of an
and then
enclosure
let
and
the
then
animals out.
yeah.
Whew. Okay, well, I'm going to say she's a Karen, but she's not completely in the wrong.
I agree.
Yeah. But you know what? To this day, that lady, every chance she gets, she's telling this story. Anywhere she goes, something happens, she gets in a car wreck, she's, don't worry about it. My 18-month-old that got trampled by a croc will be fine. Like,
Yeah, they signed the kid up for sports. They're like, "Is your kid tough?" They're like, "Oh yeah.
oh,
He fought a crocodile and got trampled. He beat up the crocodile."
did way better than the Harambe kid. The Harambe kid was a pussy. Okay, let's move on. What's the situation here? Okay. Discriminate against children. I visited here with my little ones, and the man on the Millennium Force roller coaster was very rude indeed. I have two young boys, and I asked if my younger son could please ride on my lap as he is only small and cannot ride alone. And they said no, he would have to wait. He is 4. How can he wait on his own? I had to explain why he could not ride after queuing for over an hour. All right. Someone take this child away from the lady. Someone take this child away.
What is the literal one and only rule when you're about to get on a roller coaster or get in line for a roller coaster? Like, what's the one thing that you have to do? Yes, be this tall. And if you're not that tall, no, you can't hold your son in your lap. Like, that's so dangerous.
He's
What are we
gonna
talking?
fly out. Are you kidding me,
Lady. No, they're not discriminating against children. That's just standard safety precautions in every amusement park on every roller coaster in the world.
lady? Yeah, like I don't know what is this lady thinking? I mean, how do you get through writing this review and you're like, all right, I'm gonna hit enter. You know what? Like, oh, we're totally getting them on this one.
Also, the ride's called Millennium Force. That sounds like something that you shouldn't be holding your child on. Okay, I just looked it up. It's at Cedar Point in Ohio.
Okay.
I've actually heard the Kelsey brothers talk about this place on their podcast. No, hell no. This is like a real roller coaster that goes way up high. If you're holding your kid in your lap, it's called Millennium Force. I mean, we've seen the Millennium Falcon fly, dude. That thing, like the stars, like all mushed together because it's going so fast. Yeah, you could easily drop your kid and he would fall to his death. I mean, that'd be more dangerous than a crocodile on the loose.
Yeah, this is way worse. I'd rather be the croc kid than this kid.
Yeah.
I don't want my mom to hold me while I'm going inverted on a roller coaster yelling. Are you kidding?
Yeah, obviously the kid's not going to wait on his own. So I guess you wait with the kid, or you just don't go on that ride. I'm sorry, mom, but like this isn't for you.
Yeah, like go win a teddy bear.
There's things for all ages at these
Go
places.
get a funnel cake. Like,
yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? And this is the other thing too, right? It's like, first of all, you got a young kid that you're going to literally sit there as an adult for an hour waiting in line to ride this ride. To be honest, right now, I was actually discussing this with a friend of mine. I don't even like really care about roller coasters anymore. You know, I'm 33, like I'm not Jones. There's no way I'm waiting an hour to go on a ride unless like, you know, my kid or someone I really like wants to go on this ride, right? Like, but me personally, no. It really feels like she wanted to go on this ride. Come on, like why do you want to do this? Don't you want to like go drink a beer or something and like hang out? Like,
I think you've uncovered the real issue here, Jack, is that this lady wanted to go on the ride, so now she's using her kid as like the scapegoat, saying, oh, they discriminated against my 4-year-old
right.
who wasn't tall enough to ride on the ride. But
Right.
really, she just wanted to go and she didn't want to wait with the kid. So she's mad about that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now you can wait, lady. Wait until the kid is old enough to ride, or don't bring him to the amusement park. Go to the amusement park as an adult by yourself next time, like a weirdo.
Yeah, look, there's plenty of people who do that. Just go to a Disney. Just go to Disney. They're all there. You know, they're all there. No kids. They're hanging out. And the other thing is, everyone, it's just, this is the thing. We talked about this. Everyone is just jonesing to get discriminated against. Everyone is like, you know, I haven't been discriminated against yet. Like, I don't have a story to tell. When everyone's telling a story about them getting discriminated against, like, I need to get discriminated against. Like, she needed something. She just wanted to say the D word so bad.
Different races of people, right? Genders, whatever, can be discriminated against. But yeah, I've never heard of children. That's a new one.
I guess, you know, the park should apologize. They should have called social services on you. They weren't strong enough. They should have done more.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we are siding with the
company.
The company on this one. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to read this next one on Malawi? Or?
On Malawi, it was just so far away from home, which is London, and so hot. So she's giving a negative review to an entire place. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I said she. That's totally my bad. They. Why do I think these all are written by women?
I don't know, because
cool. That's actually
I picture.
Not cool. Yeah.
I know it's not cool. You know, this whole Karen thing, we've kind of established Karens as like the face of these type of reviews, but it could totally be a dude. We don't know.
Right. You're right. Okay. Well, seems like they don't like Malawi.
So Malawi is a small country in Africa, for those who don't know. In East Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, which is known for being hot. So that's something you should probably know. And also far away from London. Yeah, I don't know. I guess go to somewhere else. Go check out Big Ben.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I don't know. Just, you know, potentially Google it. Like, you know, I feel like you could figure out both of those things without leaving your couch. Okay. You can figure out how far it's going to, you know, how far away it is. And you can figure out what the temperature is going to be. I mean, really, like, you know, we always talk about you got to go to a place to discover it, but there are some things that you can know without having to go there.
Yes. Like the baseline knowledge for sure.
Yeah. Antarctica's gonna be cold. You know, like I don't need to go there to know that. Like I'm already gonna pack my coat.
Yeah. Yeah. North Korea is gonna be a dictatorship. Depressing. Yeah. That's depressing and doesn't have food. So I'm not gonna go there because of that.
Yeah.
Just do some research.
Europe doesn't have American football, so I'm not going to go there because of that.
Europe does not have spicy chicken wings. The food that they call spicy is very mild. So I'm not going to go if I'm trying to eat some good food.
Europe is going to be hot too because they don't have AC. You can look that
Good
up.
point. Should we get to this next one?
Wow, I feel like I'm kind of getting fired up. I'm in a fiery mood now. Maybe I'm the Karen.
Yeah, you're going to be like inspired by these to go write some 1-star TripAdvisor reviews.
Yeah, but like in a way where I'm like, man, they could have done such a better job. Let me complain for you.
Yeah.
Hire me to write your review.
Complaint consultant. Complaint consultant.
No. You need to use stronger language here.
Here, throw in the word fuck.
Yeah.
Throw in the word discriminate.
Yeah.
So this next one is on the city of Nairobi, Kenya, where I've stayed before. We did a whole podcast episode about that.
Check it out.
So this is also in Africa. This person said, I just felt so disappointed. They had so many more modern amenities than I expected. You could even go into supermarkets and buy regular American food. It was quite disappointing. I expected to be able to do more for them. What? So basically, this person is complaining that Kenya is not poor enough. They weren't their expectations that this was going to be way shittier of a place, and they were disappointed with how nice it was.
Okay, so that's weird to me, but the also thing that's a little bit weird is there like TripAdvisor for countries? Like, can I just go on and just complain about an entire country? Like, that's a thing? Like, I thought it's supposed to be like a tour, like Chichen Itza, I hated it, or something. But like, you can just shit on an entire country in TripAdvisor? Like,
apparently, I mean, I don't like to spend much time on there, but yeah, apparently that's the case.
well, I feel like this person's going to be disappointed literally no matter where they go in the entire world because you can buy a hot dog in every country, maybe other than North Korea.
Every
you know what I'm
country
saying?
has supermarkets.
Yeah.
America does a lot of exporting all around the world. Yeah, my neighborhood in Nairobi was super nice. They had a super nice grocery store. It was actually quite expensive. That was my complaint, is that it was more expensive than what I thought it was going to be. So if that's what this person means, I can see where they're coming from. But also, get out of Nairobi. They have like, if you drive a couple hours, they got like tribal people that still live on the land. They're nomadic. They live in huts that are literally made out of poop. If this person would have just taken a little trip out there, they would have been, I think, thoroughly satisfied.
Fulfilled?
Yeah, fulfilled if they were looking to see a shithole.
And this is the other thing too, and I just hate to pick it apart, but it's like, how did you get to Nairobi? Oh, you flew on an airplane into a modern airport and you don't think they have hamburgers? You flew there. Okay. 30,000 feet up in the sky. Are you kidding me? You don't think they pull that off, but they're not gonna have American food? What are you talking about? Like,
this person also sucks at being a tourist. Again, if that's what you want, do a little bit of research. You can buy authentic African food at different places. You just gotta figure it out.
just literally all you got to do is go on TripAdvisor and look it up.
Yep. Now we're recommending TripAdvisor. That's what this person has done to us.
How can you do that, you know?
Yeah. So Nairobi, you got to get more poor. Got to have shittier supermarkets in order to make this person happy.
Yeah. Go back in time a bit. Maybe like let them get robbed.
Yeah. That's not a modern amenity. That's old school. We've been doing that since the dawn of civilization, baby. Robbing people.
Here's the real experience.
Okay, you want to read this next one on the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah. Statue of Liberty. Nothing special, 1 out of 5 stars. It's just a statue in the middle of the water. Not as big as we thought. It's also very expensive to go near it, so a trip there isn't really worth the money. You know, I recently went to the Statue of Liberty, and I thought it was actually really big. I thought it was huge, to be honest. Like, I thought it was actually bigger than I thought. I had a great time. It was, like, not that expensive to get a ticket, and I felt so American. I thought it was so cool. I feel it's like the symbol of, like, freedom in the world. Like, what are we talking about here?
They were right about one thing. the very beginning they said it's just a statue in the middle of the water, which is technically true, but
Right.
like you said, there's so much more behind it and what it represents than just literally being a yeah, you can see statues anywhere. That's not really the point, guys.
And like honestly, it was really cool. Like they had like a museum on site, and it was really cool to like go through the museum and see how they built everything. Like it's kind of a, I mean, definitely like a a modern marvel. Like I mean, like they really made it happen with limited resources. So
Good for
I'm
them.
really proud of the Statue of Liberty. Honestly.
It's also very expensive. Again, do some research. Look up the most expensive cities in the world. New York is always in the top 10. It's number one in the US now. You could just kind of figure that out. Again, you can go to other countries, go to Africa and see what they have to offer. You might save some money there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, you also get like the Ellis Island package with it. Like, I just, it's a nice, you get to go on a little boat ride. The boat ride, in my opinion, is still kind of cool. You're on the boat, you get to see the cityscape of New York and everything. It's great. I
It
loved
is
it.
in it is in kind of a random borough. What's the borough called?
Manhattan?
No.
Yes. I'm pretty sure it's in Manhattan. I mean, let me just double check this. Or at least the boat leaves from Manhattan, so.
Okay, it is considered to be part of Manhattan. Okay, my bad. I thought it was in. All right, that was stupid. Let's move on. Okay.
But it looks
So,
sweet, Like it's cool. Like remember when my mom saw it, she's like, "Man, this was the first thing I saw when I was flying into America from Spain." I'm like, "Man, that's awesome." Like,
do you think she's hot? Not your mom, but Lady Liberty. Like, would you date her if she was a real person?
I'd probably date her because she's probably like an influencer because she's like so popular. So I probably for the clout, I'd date her.
So, for personality, you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I mean, I think she does look beautiful. She's a little weathered, She's kind of green now. I think she started out whatever the color of copper is. So
Gold, bronze, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she's getting up there, but it wouldn't be the first time you've dated an older lady, so.
yeah. Okay, let's Steve.
All
Why
right,
don't we
moving on.
go on to the next one?
We'll cut that.
Yeah, no, we don't have to cut. Is whatever we need to get for views is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, you're reading. Okay.
This guy's name is Freddie Texan. So you
Okay.
can guess where he's from. Oh, he mentions it in the article. He says, "My wife and I visited Liverpool for our 30th wedding anniversary from Texas.
Okay, boomer.
Our evening was ruined when a man dressed as an adult baby called my wife a mad yank slut because she had never heard of a band called Steps." A lot to unpack here.
Well, I don't understand how this could possibly ruin your evening.
I've been yelled at by so many like unhoused people and drug addicts and things like that in my travels that it really doesn't faze me anymore. I was in France. I said bonjour to a guy sitting on a bench because I wanted to practice some French.
How'd it go?
And he just started screaming at me. Like he stood up and was just like blah, 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 yelling at me in French. And I was just like, all right, that's the last time I try to practice my French. Have a good day, monsieur.
And then it's like, this guy also like adult baby, I mean, who you really going to be phased by a guy who's dressed like a baby?
Yeah, I mean,
Joke's on him.
exactly. Yeah, the joke's on him already, dude. Like he's already lost the game of life. Like you don't, they say a lion doesn't. What do they say?
Something about they don't concern themselves with
With the
something.
opinions of sheep, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you should probably consider this adult baby a sheep, right? Unless you really think that he's the lion in this situation, and you're a spy, like you're jealous. You wish you could be an adult baby. Yeah, I wouldn't care what he says. I do love the Mad Yank Slut.
It's a good one.
That's a good diss. I mean,
Yeah,
that
it's
is a
pretty
hard
good.
one to come back from. Mad, that's what they call crazy people over the pond. A yank, that's an American.
That's
That's a nice one. And then slut, obviously a classic.
Pretty universal.
Because she had never heard of the band Steps, neither have I. But also, why were you talking to an adult baby about music in the first place? Like, clearly, this wasn't just a random interaction. If you guys were already so deep into a conversation that you started talking about some random band.
And yeah, exactly. It's like there must have been more to the story that we don't know, right? And it's like, come on. Yeah, this guy, he's wearing Pampers, we're wearing aloe. Like, how are you offended? You know?
So, Jack, you said you would try to side with the reviewer. So, what's your take on this one?
All right, well, my only take is I like that this guy is defending his wife online. We need more chivalry in the world. That's right. Don't let anyone get away with calling your
True.
wife a slut or anyone
That's
you care
very true.
about. That's fucked up. We won the war. They're, we're American. Like, let them have it. But you know what? Keep it on the
Yeah.
streets, not on the web. You don't need to post about it.
Again, it's a little unfair to review the entire city of Liverpool because one adult baby called your wife a yank. I just don't think he was
Yeah.
representing the entire city of millions of people. That one baby, man.
Like, why not just review the bar that you guys had this conversation at 2 a.m.? Like, why did you rope everyone else into it?
Yeah, really, really not quite fair.
And aren't the Beatles from Liverpool? I mean, we can't just destroy, all an entire city here.
Good point. Yeah, I guess that was my defense of Liverpool on this one, but yeah, that's all I got.
I would love to do a little England road trip. I've never been to the UK. I would love to vibe out there,
Me
see what's
too.
up, take the tube. I
Me
feel like they
too. I was
probably have
thinking
some
that.
great cigs down there too. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, the title is Sexual Predator Emu. EMU? Is what do I not know? Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, that is a large bird. It's similar to an ostrich.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
I
an
thought this was
ostrich, basically.
okay. I thought this was like EMU, like a university, like Eastern Missouri University or something. No, okay.
No, the way they capitalized only the word emu, I could see how you drew that conclusion, but no,
Yeah.
they're talking about an animal at the zoo here.
Okay, here we go. 1 out of 5 stars. As my partner and I strolled around the children's section of the zoo, an emu got a bit too friendly with me rubbing itself against me. I pushed it away and it decided to go ejaculate on some poor lady.
Whew.
No way. No way. No way this is true. No way this is true.
So this emu was rubbing against a lady, and then it decided to go and just blow a load on some other lady. I mean, if this is true, this emu is a sexual predator. It should be a red dot. You can't do that to people against their consent in a public space. I mean, hide your kids from this emu.
So is this one of those like petting zoo situations where like you're in there with the animals like a Deanna Rose farm type of thing like
They did specify we were strolling around the children's section of the zoo, so that to me does imply that it was a petting zoo, but an emu shouldn't you're usually not in a cage with those things. I mean, they're huge and they can like really hurt you. So I don't know how this lady got so close to an emu. Maybe it was through the fence, I would guess, but
and another thing that's just a little bit weird about this is like to be honest the person who got ejaculated on probably should have been the one to write the 1-star review. The person who was kind of the fluffer in this situation, like why do they care? Are you so offended? Like what's the big deal? You didn't get come on.
here's my favorite part, low key, about this review is that the only part they capitalize in the review is we were in the children's section. Like they
Yeah.
emphasize that it was the children's section. They're like, this kind of sexually explicit content should not do that in the adult section. If you're going to be ejaculating, do that in the adult section of the zoo. Like she was so worried. She's like, in front of the kids, really?
Yeah, like why isn't ejaculate in all caps? That would have caught my attention.
So who's in the right here, Jack? Sounds like you're not defending the reviewer here.
I just, to be honest, like I'm kind of with the emu. All right, if I'm an animal and you start getting me sexually excited, like what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to? I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm just gonna nut.
Yeah, this emu, I don't think he knows about societal norms. Like we know that you can't go around coming on people, right, Jack?
We absolutely know that. That is definitely a rule.
They say bird brain for a reason, right? Like he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, I can't fault the emu too much on this. Maybe there's something the zoo could do about it if it becomes an ongoing issue. Like if this emu becomes a known comer, then maybe you got to pull the emu from the zoo. But that's all I got.
Or at least take it away from the children's section. You know, maybe
Yeah.
it should be more in the adult emu section, like you mentioned earlier. I feel bad for the emu though. I really do. I think I'm siding with the emu. I just feel like that's a wild animal. You're messing with it. You know, you got to be more
Yeah.
chill. Like it's an animal.
All right. Two more reviews. I'll read this next one. This one's okay. We can make this a quick one.
That's what the emu said. Okay, okay.
Sound like it was a pretty quick.
Bang bang play.
Yeah. All right. This is actually a 3-star review. It says the title is Beach is Too Sandy but Clear Water. The review says it's a great beach, just too sandy. Very nice for swimming. Water was so clean and crystal clear. Overall, nice experience at Tumen Beach. Recommend travelers to visit anyway. Anyway, they're like, even though it's too sandy, yeah, this is a news flash for everyone listening out there. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but beaches are sandy.
I just looked up this beach. It's beautiful.
Where's it at?
It's in Guam, I guess.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Would you prefer it to be rocky? Because I know I wouldn't.
That's the
I
thing.
know
Like
I would.
I've been to some rocky beaches in Europe, and that was more out of desperation. Like I prefer sand. I'd say 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah. What else? What do you want? Like concrete?
That's like what a beach is. When you like the emoji is, the beach emoji is sand. There's all these sayings about it, like feel the sand between your toes, right? Like
Yeah. Or like, and this is the other thing. And we've been to a lot of beaches, Steve.
this is
Okay.
true.
We've been to a lot of beaches. Okay. I would say there's more beaches that don't have clear water than do. Like clear water is, I mean, that is actually very special in my opinion. That's a special vibe. Like if you're saying you got really clear water, clean and crystal clear, okay, that is special.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
people
5-star
pay a
review in
lot
my
of money.
opinion.
Yeah, people pay a
I
lot of
agree.
money for that part. Like
Yeah, but
people
that
will put
sand.
up with a rocky beach for that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, I'll go to a rocky beach, yeah, if the water is beautiful, right? But yeah, this person just wasn't vibing with the sand. So
Yeah, and this is the thing about reviews that I don't understand, right? Is like, what is the point of giving a 3-star review? Okay, a 3-star review is a neutral review, right? You got 2 stars on each side of you. You're in your comment, you're giving a recommendation. If I was if I was like the person or whatever receiving this review, I'd be a little bit mad. I'm like, just don't review it, man. Like, just you
just
had
let
an
it
okay
go.
time, great.
Yeah. You went to the beach. Like, you should be happy about that. Just move on with your life.
Maybe this person got a little sunburn or something.
Maybe, yeah. Like we say, sometimes there's an undercover issue that we don't know about.
I feel like I started this episode with the best of intentions to back all these people up, but I just feel like I've just completely lost
It's
my way.
tough. It's
I've
tough.
lost my way.
This one's going to be tough too. I'm going to read the review, Jack, and you get to read the response from the owner, which is one of my favorite genres. We've done that with the Airbnb ones in the past.
Right.
When the company responds, it can be, there's some gold out there. So
Okay.
they left a really long 1-star review. I'm not going to read all of it because it doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to read this last part that says, my husband, who's 73, does not like to be addressed by the barman when he says, what can I do for you, young man? Has the word sir gone out of fashion? No Darjeeling tea and a flatbread with coronation chicken is actually a wrap. So the 73-year-old does not want to be called young man. He finds that offensive. So that's, again, maybe discrimination against old people on this one. But Jack, do you want to read the owner's response?
Yeah. Hi, Linda. I knew this lady was a Linda. Okay. Hi, Linda. It certainly sounds as if you came to the wrong type of establishment here. Really sorry that we had no Darjeeling tea. That must have been devastating for you. I am sure if we had been informed of your husband's knighthood, we would have made the appropriate adjustments to our normal friendly welcome. Hugh.
If only we
Yeah,
knew about your husband's knighthood.
this is reminds me of probably one of my favorite jokes that I personally tell that I know is actually not funny, but I can't help it. I always tell this joke is like when I get carded, I'm like, oh my god, thanks. I didn't realize I look so young. Like I love telling that joke. Some form of that joke. I know it's not funny, but like it's hilarious. So if I would have received this line, young man, I would have loved that. Like I would have loved that. Like what are you talking about? Like
I know. And I feel like as you get older, Jack, you're only going to keep using that joke more and more. Like that is
yeah,
a
it's gonna get
dad joke.
worse.
Yeah, it's going to get worse. You're going to find some different variations of it. But this 73-year-old should have been prepared for that and been like, oh, I'm a young man. What are you, an adult baby? Like
Yeah.
Liverpool?
You ever heard of the band Steps?
I just love that when he says, really sorry we had no Darjeeling tea. That must have been devastating for you.
Is that a real tea,
He
Steve?
says they went to the wrong type of establishment. I feel like this was a bar. Like they said the bar man. So it's like, why do you expect a bar to have Darjeeling tea? No one, what even is that? It's certainly not an alcoholic beverage, I don't believe.
Yeah, man. If you're at a tropical bar, get a Corona. Yeah, this lady is maybe she had a bad time with her husband for other reasons. She couldn't come up with anything else.
Yeah, Linda.
The charcuterie sharing platter for two was the worst I've ever seen or tasted.
Wow, it not only tasted bad, but it looked bad. Damn.
And I hate to do this, but I think I've read this before, and this might be completely wrong, but I'll say it anyway. Is that I think that when you get older, your taste buds aren't as like good. Like I think
I think that's true. Yeah.
yeah. So to be honest, I don't know if I trust her. I don't know if I trust her food review.
Yeah, or her young man of a husband.
Yeah, it's I was playing tennis with a guy the other day. He was 68. Like good for him. Like you want to be
Jesus.
young at 73. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, that's a compliment. Like the barman was
yeah.
probably trying to be nice and give this guy a compliment, and these guys had to shit on him for it. So,
Now, do you think there was like a real problem? Like, do you think that when he said that, like they objected in that moment?
hey, who are you calling young?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
73, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't
Like, you
know.
think that's how it went, or they were like totally fine with it, and then she kind of like sniped him under the table for it, like
Yeah. I
whipped.
think
She's got
that's
the
how
TripAdvisor app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's how these Lindas and Karens operate. Like they won't say it to your face all the time, but they will go hard on TripAdvisor.
Oh, you only have green tea? Okay. I'm just like you're writing a crazy review.
We'll see what Mr. TripAdvisor has to say about that.
She's trying to hide it, but like she's got so much magnification on the text, it's so easy to read it.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I think that's all we got for today.
Okay, Steve.
All right.
Well, this was good. I think some of these people were in the right, most of these people were in the wrong, and that's usually how it goes with 1-star reviews.
But we always default to defending the reviewers. We love them. We love our people. Keep up the good work out there, guys. Keep giving us material to make fun of.
Bless TripAdvisor, bless your hearts. You guys have tried so hard. You've really given us so much content, and you've helped a lot of people around the world. Thank you.
Woo! Shout out. All right. Everyone have a good day.